Good morning, traders, and this is your daily review for the Dow Jones. So we ended up with a bit of a range bar on the daily, and the way things were going early in the session, I was expecting us to get another solid continuation bar, just reinforcing the break of the double top. But we haven't really got that. So if I just want to go to the 4 hour just to get the double top in. Okay, so we've got a break on the daily, on the 4 hour. But if you look at the daily, we've pretty much closed right on that double top neckline, which is there. Okay, so is it a range? Probably not. Is it a double top? Probably not. Okay, it is still possible, but what I prefer is to see a proper close below that, and then a rally today to come up and test it, and then a move to the downside. But we haven't got that. Okay, now the next thing that we need to pay attention to here, need the 4 hour for this, is what levels did we use? So we didn't use that level. Okay, we kind of bounced off a 200 moving average. We didn't use that inside tail. We used this inside tail here. There's nothing else to the left here which tells me, and we've got to go quite far back before I start seeing an area where buyers would step in. Okay, so are we going to get another move to the downside is one of the questions, which is possible. Alternatively, is this the second move that I was looking for? So there was there was our first move. Need to go to the hour for that. Okay, so that was our first move of the previous day. We rallied, and here has been a second move, and now we've rallied again. Okay, trend is still down on the hour. So we're back into the alligator. We got a couple of tails to the top and bottom, so a bit of indecision happening, which is to be expected after hours. And yeah, so this is not looking convincing that we have a big break to the downside happening. And I'm going to show you some other charts as well, which will just show you where my thinking is going. But for now, if I look at the hour, the trend is down. We are looking for, and we've got a break below this area. Now we're hovering on this area. So this line in the sand, which is 26,309 or 26,310, yeah, that is pretty much what we need to pay attention to. And if I fine tune it, which will be this swing low here, which is 26,354. Okay, so I would expect us, and we have bounced off it already, but I'd expect us to tag that area and then continue to the downside or create a double bottom. Okay, so there is a lot of congestion here. That's the one thing that you need to keep in mind. But again, there is a big magnet here, being this this gap here, down there. Okay, and that double top, which is pretty much that area there, takes us pretty close to that gap. Okay, so let's just go to one of the other strategies that I utilize, and there is a video on this. It's called the simple swing trading strategy, and it's a moving average strategy. You can just see I've got the 200 EMA and the 200 SMA on the chart, and then I have a 27 and a 9 simple exponential moving average. Okay, and then I just got stochastics. Anyway, you watch that video if you want to know more about this. But the thing that I'm looking at here is we've got both 200s EMA and SMA here, but the stochastics, so I've got a fast moving stochastic and a slow moving stochastic. and they are both grouping. And when they group like this on the downside, that is a buying area. I also have diversions here on my Williams percentage R, which is just a bit of a higher configuration than my other charts. So I have a double bottom or diversions, if you want to call it, here, because it's ever so slightly higher from that low to this low, off a level. Moving averages are far apart, and these are grouped to the downside. So I'm expecting buyers to step in here. Okay, it's pretty much as simple as that. And this is off the 4 hour. So 4 hour swing trade, I'm expecting buyers to step in. If I look at the daily, nothing really to write home about on the daily at this stage. And if I look at the hour, the buyers did step in already. Okay, and then one last thing, let's just go to the good old faithful ichimoku. If I look at the hour on the ichimoku, we have a potential C-clamp formation. So in other words, Kijinsen is flat and Tekinsen has swung around and coming up to crossover. Okay, so this is, it looks like a C-clamp. You can see there's flat and here's a C. Okay, so normally here's a C-clamp in the reverse. Here it's flat and then it's coming around, then it crosses over and then we move to the downside. Okay, so this is a small C-clamp that's forming at the moment. If I look at the 4 hour, we have Kijinsen, which is flat, Tekinsen, which is coming down, diversions there. Okay, we're off a level. And if I look at the daily, we are pretty much in between Kijinsen and Tekinsen, but Kijinsen is catching up to price. So the daily, the trend is still up. Doesn't matter how you look at it, you can fall all the way down to sort of in this gap close here. You can come all the way down to here, in actual fact. Trend would still be up. Okay, so 25,600 area, trend would still be up. Okay, so I'm still looking for opportunities to buy. Not looking for opportunities here just yet, although, you know, we are flirting with a few things here, which is making me consider an entry. Okay, but this gap does worry me. Right, so let's just get back to the norm. We are inside the alligator. We haven't broken through the alligator just yet on the daily, so this to me may not be a double top. It is a fairly strong signal. We've got an inside bar there, and then we've got an engulfing bar here. But this is the US market, so you know, typically reversal patterns on the daily very rarely play out. Okay, so for now, I'm still looking for longs. The questions I'm asking is, was this my second move, or am I expecting another move from here? In other words, a third push down, which would be something like this. Pretty much from there, I think. So from the swing low here, another move down, put that level in and just have a look on the 4 hour to the right. And we'll see it's pretty much very close to the underside of the gap, or sort of the underside of that first bar of the gap. So remember what I say, that is a level we need to pay attention to. Okay, whenever you get a gap like this and you run away from it, that is your first line of defense. Second line of defense is the gap close. And there's the gap close. Okay, so that is also a possibility. Okay, so in saying that, I'm looking for longs, swing longs in other words, ones that I'm prepared to hold for a couple of days, 26072 and 25,950 area. So between 26,950 and 26,072, that is the area I'm looking to get into this market to buy. Okay. We do have one area that we need to pay attention to, and that's this 200 EMA on the 4 hour. So we do have an inside bar already. I would ideally like to see us come back, either form a double bottom right here on the 200 EMA, or break through this and come and form my consolidation pattern in this zone here. And then I'll be looking for a break of that consolidation pattern, stop below, and looking for a long. And the long I'll be looking for is another attempt to the upside. Okay, now just swinging to the weekly quickly. We are in this area here. Buyers are still stepping in and they are aiming for, okay, that high is done, but they're aiming for all-time high. Okay, so the other US markets have made, I mean, Nasdaq made an all-time high, and S&P is also just over the all-time high as well. So that is what I would expect this thing to do. Okay. Anyway, that's my view for today. Still a bit of indecision. Trend is still down for now in the hour. So shorts are scalps until we've got a confirmation of a proper trend change. So I would suspect we're going to have another push down, probably to come and test the belows or come and close this gap, or just below before the gap, which is a buying area for me. Okay, there we go. That's my play for today. Don't be too surprised if we push down or sort of have a move down and then another rally, or just go sideways today. And all it's going to do is close a week off with an indecision, well, not really an indecision bar, but with a confirmation bar to the downside. But these tails are they're not really what I'm looking for. Okay, you can see there's a weekly reversal with another weekly reversal. That's not really a reversal pattern. It's looking like a 2-bar pullback in a bull trend. So this is the bull trend, and we've got 2-bar pullback and then another rally to come and assault the all-time highs before selling off, building, and then going off again. Okay, anyway guys, that's my view for today. Either we're going to hold, this level's going to hold and then come back down, or we're going to break through, come back and test this level, and then it'll be an opportunity to get long and just stay long. Okay, so I would prefer down the bottom though. I really would prefer down the bottom because that's where the major levels are. These levels to the upside are not major at this stage. The only thing major about this is we could have one of these tails play a role. Okay, so anyway guys, that's it for me today. If you read between the lines, I'm waiting to pick a bottom. Anyway guys, that's it. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.